Okay, so this time we're going to have a look at the ADM2401. Very similar to its little brother, the ADM2400. Only this one has a different mounting method and a separate USB power supply. So get this one open. Now you've got your mount is a suction mount. Get that out. And you've got your separate little, wow, look at me go, just ripped it out. That was twisty tied in, but don't worry about that. Brute strength and ignorance. Okay, so your USB power supply will go into your cigarette lighter socket. Make sure your little power light is coming on. Now, the suction mount, we'll address that first. There is a protective plastic film on there that you need to peel off. Now, if you don't peel that off, it's not going to stick to your window very well at all. And it's actually quite tacky as it is. And there's a lever lock system in there. Now, how that works is it concaves the centre of your suction cup to give you an increased suction. It reduces the air pressure in the middle of the suction cup, so it causes a better vacuum and sucks onto the windscreen. So what you want to do is in that flattish sort of position, that's the position in which you want to push it onto your windscreen, and then activate this down so that it sits flush. And you'll see that when you do that, the centre of the suction cup pulls in tight, so it actually sucks in and creates a vacuum so that it sucks onto your windscreen properly, and it gives you that nice flush smooth finish there. To release it, you just unclip it and it goes back to the normal position, and then you can use this little tab on the side here to break the seal to peel it off your windscreen. So essentially that's your windscreen mount. Now that basically just slots into the back of your Cradle here. There's a little spring-loaded tab there which you've got to sort of push in, and that will sort of stick onto there, and then you can position it as need be. Once you've got it stuck on your windscreen and you're happy with the mounting position of it, you can tighten this collar here, and that will tighten the ball joint, the swivel ball joint in the middle, so that it doesn't flop around everywhere. So yeah, with that in its loose position, you can see that flops around quite a bit. So yeah, get it into the position you want it to stay in, and then tighten that collar up to hold it nice and sturdy in that position. Again, you've also got the little adjustment knob there to apply a little bit of pressure to the phone to give you a nice anti-vibration, to make it nice and stable. The release for the side jaws also on the side here, as it was in the previous model, and the adjustment also for the different headphone socket position. Lightning connector, so it's very similar to the 2400, but in this case you've got your separate power supply lead which goes to your USB. Again, on this model it's not data capable, so you can't plug that straight into your head unit and play your music via the USB. The USB is for charge only, so I'll plug that in if I can get it in the right way. And your little display lights up with your default frequency of 88.8. I'll grab our iPhone, locate that in there, got the little clamps. I'll just hold it because I don't have a windscreen to stick it onto. Okay, unlock the device, and tuning the radio to 88.8, the same frequency that's on the dock, and we should be able to then play the music and have it come through the radio. Again, you need to find a station that works well for your area, but we can change the frequency. We'll go to 91 and play, and we've got our audio again. And you can adjust the volume using the headphone, the volume adjustment in the iPhone. So there you go. So again, things to look out for as far as problems. Remember that the cable is for charging only. It's not for data transfer or for playing the music through. Make sure that your cigarette lighter socket is getting power and that the blue light is coming on, so you know there's power getting to the unit. Make sure you tune the frequency for the radio into a non-commercial station, so a station that's not being used by a commercial radio station or a local station. You may have to try a couple of different frequencies to get the one that works the best for you, but essentially that's it. Make sure that when you apply the suction cup to the windscreen that you put it on in the a flat piece of the windscreen, not where your shade section is at the top, so that there's no ridges or bumps that may break the seal of the suction cup. Make sure you give the windscreen where you're sticking the suction cup a bit of a clean, preferably with a methylated spirits, and then a buff with a nice dry rag just to make sure there's no residue left. And then apply while it's in the flat position, and then use that lever to increase the suction, and that should stick to your windscreen really well. Once you've got it in your position, make sure you tighten the collet, tighten your little side pieces, and if need be you can tighten the little screw at the back there to put some pressure onto the phone to keep it nice and firm, so stop vibration. Hopefully that'll cover it all, and you should get hours of enjoyment out of your ADM2401. Please enjoy. Cheers.